It's a Monday morning, which means I am joined by Millie to talk all things navigating adulthood.
Join us, two girls in our 20s, as we muddle through life and try and figure out what being an adult really means.
You can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts and YouTube. Please do give us a follow and check out our socials at No Longer Legally Detained. So, Millie, we're back.
We are.
I know, crazy. It's been a very long time since we have recorded an episode. We are
missed it.
I have missed it, yeah. It's exciting, and hopefully that, because we've kind of taken this break, we're hoping that kind of organisation of the podcast will be better so that it really helps us and our
fingers crossed
organisation of like what is going on. But we thought we'd start with what we've been up to since the last episode. So I think the last time we spoke was July.
Yeah, so a long time ago, actually. Really,
what have you been up to since July?
Well, we've both started drama school.
Take two.
Yes, take two.
We have
both moved away from home. Me for the second time, you for the first time.
Yeah, a lot's happened.
A lot
of change, and I think that's part of the reason why we did take that break. And I think as someone who really struggles to say no to things and really wants to be doing everything, sometimes it is that actually if you're going to do something, you want to do it properly and do it well. And there was just a lot going on, and change is really hard. Like, change is hard for everybody, and kind of part of like what we're going to talk about on the podcast. And I think that being able to self-care and look after yourself and go, actually, I've got too much going on. And also that thing, I think, we want to do it properly, don't we?
Yeah. And when we started it originally, although we'd been not properly planning, but it had been an idea we've had for a long time, we did kind of just jump straight in, which sometimes is the best way to do it.
And I think it was good at the time.
It was good at the time.
Because I think that if we'd overthought it, we probably would never have started.
Yeah.
But I think it's been good to like start it, dip our toes in, get feedback of like what, and then now kind of redefine it more. So yeah, but back to what we've been up to. I did the National Youth Theatre, which is actually what made us have the break, because and you were stage managing.
I was working like a crazy lady
and doing like stage management stuff, weren't you? So we were very busy, and we just realised we were very stressed, and life, we're always going to be stressed, but it was time to take a little moment.
It was, and there was big adjustments coming.
Big adjustments.
big adjustments. And I think when we started it, we were in a very different place.
Yes.
To where we are.
Growth.
Now. Growth and change,
and I think
much busier schedules, frankly.
Yes, and I think it's going to be interesting because although the Thursday Thoughts is going to be of a similar setup, hopefully just more refined, actually Monday Mornings with Me is going to change from just being kind of drama school related. So that's exciting, things to come. But yeah, then so that is what we've been up to: moving out, drama school, living life, finding out who we are as people.
Freshers.
I didn't do freshers. That's just not for me.
Freshers.
So
every night,
What do you think has been your highlight since the last episode, since July?
Being here with you today, Hannah.
Thank you. That's really meaningful.
Actually, no. What has been my highlight?
Sorry, no.
Well, no, obviously, but I wouldn't call this a highlight because this is my everyday.
Okay,
I'm going to stop touching your Nina.
Thank you.
What's been my highlight? I don't know. You tell me your highlight, and I'll think.
I think, like, in a really deep way, my highlight has been, I'm getting deep already, it's only just started. I think, like, looking back, like, in the moments, I definitely, because of that thing of, like, enjoying the moment, like, it's such a cliche phrase, and it's actually slightly gross. But I think that thing of, like, a highlight is that it all happened. And I think in the moments I've been feeling really stressed and, like, was not in, like, necessarily realising the achievement or the moments that were happening. And I think it's just been really nice to, although it's still, things are still obviously going to be hard, and it's just life, isn't it? It's very stressful, very stressed today. Millie's had to deal with that.
Very stressed yesterday as well.
I think it's just like when you can, like, take time to reflect and just think, oh, it's kind of cool that I've done some stuff and, like, met some people. And, like, this time last year, I didn't. Well, we didn't really know each other. We were on the same course, but like how amazing things can change in a whole year. And, like, I've gone from like literally, like, not nothing, but to, like, such exciting things.
I think, yeah, that's a good highlight, actually. And that's one that I think is, like, taking everything that you learn, and when you're in a new environment, I've really found that, like, the start of this year. It's taking everything that I learned from last year and like, oh my God, I can actually put it into place in a new place.
So we thought we would just talk a little bit about Be the Change Media Network, which we are now part of with the podcast. And it is a network set up by Lily Mott.
Icon.
I knew she was going to say that because this is a retake. So I just wait a moment.
I wasn't going to say it again because be different every time. Paul Ryan, if you're listening.
Absolutely not. You are cutting that bit out.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. But created by Lily Mott, and it's...
Icon.
You're editing this, so quite frankly, you're just giving yourself work. Okay?
Okay.
This network's mission is to amplify the voices of young people who are being the change they wish to see in the world. So it's really exciting to be part of. We are keeping the podcast on our own socials and like channel as well, because we'd obviously already set up. But Lily is helping us to kind of amplify it, take it further. So it's really exciting to be able to kind of bring this to another audience, hopefully as well.
It's really exciting that like someone listened and actually liked it and wanted to work with us.
I know,
on it,
crazy.
which like Hannah's quite used to, but me, I was like, oh, look at me, social change.
And I think it's interesting, like, as someone who is very passionate about social change and does a lot of social change, but I think it's interesting as someone who maybe as a young person, I think as young people, we can feel really disempowered and like, but also that idea of like doing social change or being part of a movement seems quite scary and quite big. And like, how do you even start that?
You start a podcast with your friend and then suddenly you're changing the world.
Wow.
And you are an icon and everyone will know your name. No, joking, obviously. But it is interesting how like this is just something, and I've said it to you, haven't I? Like, we're just, for me, this is a bit of fun.
It is still a bit of fun.
It is all a bit of fun.
Let's be real, is anyone listening? Who knows? But I think that shows that, you know, change, and whether, not saying that this is necessarily going to be bringing about change, but I think that thing of showing that actually it's, you know, big acts of things are great, but also that just little things can be part of social change, and we all have the power to make our little corner of the world. So cliche. Honestly, I'm literally the most pessimistic person,
and then she comes on camera
and I'm like
speaking into a mic, and suddenly,
like,
I should have seen the morning we've had, guys.
I'm like Pinterest.
We've had stress head Hannah.
We have. I just spat into that. I don't know what that sounds like.
That's all right because it's got the fluffy bit on it.
Perfect. But yeah, so it's exciting, and we're excited to see where this goes. And so yeah,
exciting.
So Monday mornings with Millie, what are your hopes? I think when we were redefining / refining, just two words are too similar. I think we were looking, and like, obviously I started the blog, which is where this kind of all stemmed from, back in 2020. The name actually came that I created while I was on the psychiatric inpatient unit, and that's kind of where Legally Detained came from. And I've had my blog for a bit. It's changed platforms, and obviously more recently podcasts have become a thing, and I enjoy talking, and it was something that I've always wanted to do, but the confidence to do it is quite a big thing. And I think that's kind of Millie gave me the confidence to go for it. And I think no longer Legally Detained came from the fact that I was no longer in hospital, and the idea of what I really wanted to kind of show was that I think we talk a lot about in like mental health recovery and mental illness recovery about like getting out of the hospital, symptom control, you know, getting out of services, but how does it become sustained? How does recovery become? What do you do then? And especially for people who've spent a very long time in hospital or had, you know, mental health struggles for a very long time, or, you know, maybe experienced childhood trauma, meaning that they didn't actually have an identity to go back to. You're creating this whole new life, and it can be really confusing and isolating, especially because, you know, you can be, for me, like, it was by the time I'd got out, all of my peers had moved on, and I wasn't in any of the structured systems that kind of give you support on like where to go next. But then we also realised that in life, actually, not everybody has spent 5 years in an inpatient unit. So there are all, but that is definitely not the only kind of definition of mental health. And actually, mental health is such a broad spectrum, and we're going to talk in a later episode about kind of mental well-being, mental health, mental illness. But actually, some of the things that kind of I was thinking in terms of people who've been in my position, actually Millie could really relate to, as someone who's never been in a psychiatric ward and actually just is a normal navigating of adulthood. And actually, you know, kind
I
of,
think we've just realised like life is hard for everyone,
Yeah.
isn't it?
and so we
And
wanted
there are
to
varying.
bring kind of some of what Thursday was into into a different angle of more just everyday, still
Yeah.
with challenges. We all struggle.
We
and
all
I-
struggle.
And I guess I think there can be,
I also think like if you're looking for like educational, like really
don't come here.
high. Oh, I was going to say go to the Thursday episodes. If you're more interested in two people yapping,
Yeah.
come here. And I'm not saying that nothing, like, I like to think
You're
that
putting
some
us
of
out of
our...
business. Can you stop talking, please?
Well, I'm just thinking, I'm not saying, like, there is substance to some of the things that we'll
Absolutely.
say.
No,
But
definitely.
also, I realise it might not be relatable for everyone.
And I think that is kind of what we wanted with the Monday Mornings with Millie, is literally just that chatty. It's not going to be the most professionally talked thing that's ever happened, let's be
No.
real. But I think it's just, we want to share our experiences. We want to feel less alone. I think there is that thing of like, we all feel
A problem shared is a problem halved.
Beautiful. And although, there are lots of different, things like this out there, we each bring our own individual perspective. So we are excited to just navigate, chat, and I think that thing of, having listened to quite a few podcasts now, we each have our own listening style of like what we like to listen to, and that doesn't deflect from the content. And so for some people, this may be their style of listening, and we are here. And for other people, the chaos may be too much, and that's okay.
That's okay.
But yeah,
Sometimes the chaos is too much for us, I can't lie.
but we're excited to see what happens. We've got a plan, but who knows? But yeah, I think it's that thing of just chatting through.
We hope you enjoy it.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But they're going to be going out regardless.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Monday Mornings with Millie. If you like the episode or are loving the podcast, please do give us a review and check out our Instagram at No Longer Legally Detained, the podcast, and the podcast section of my website, www.legallydetained.co.uk.
You can also check out Hannah's Instagram at Legally Detained and tune in on Thursdays for Thursday Thoughts with Hannah. But in the meantime, we hope you have a great week and we will see you soon.
Bye.